What's up, you guys? Long time no see. I know it's been like a month since I've posted. During eclipse season, I actually had a health scare, and like the universe kind of forced me to sit with myself and just to heal mind, body, spirit, and everything. So I just took that time to just recalibrate my chakras, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it popping with this reading. All right, so you already know the drill. Go get your drink, go get your snack, get comfy, and let's get it popping. Now, today's topic of discussion: people are saying that you are dark and captivating. Now, what I'm hearing is through eclipse season and up until the harvest moon in Aries we just had, you went through a lot. You went through a lot of things that changed you forever, and I'm hearing identity crisis. It feels like an energy of you just completely transforming your ego, okay? We have in the dice roll the 12th house in the sign of Leo. Now, Leo energy, oh, hey Phoebe, this is my cat Phoebe, by the way. Say hi! She's a sweet baby. All right, girl, go ahead to get down. So Leo energy is about the sun. It's about your vitality. It represents, creativity, children, and also about like the actors and actresses and the performers. It being in the 12th house. The 12th house is all about Pisces energy. It's very psychic, very intuitive, but it's also about ego death, okay? Because once you get to the sign of Pisces, it's about losing yourself. I'm hearing losing control. Like you felt like you were losing a sense of control with yourself through the eclipse season and even through the full moon that we just had. And now it's like you've been in this time period of like a void, and now this is a time period to reclaim your ego. I say that because with that Leo energy, although it's like all these different masks were lifted off of you, it feels like, and it's like you get to the bare minimum of who you truly are is what I'm hearing. And the truth of who you are is that you have this beautiful cat-like energy. You, my friend, are somebody who was forged through the darkness. You were born into this world, and you were born into darkness, literally. And the darkness trying to make you feel like you were the darkness, but the truth is that you're just a shadow dancer. Okay, and I'm also hearing you're very in tune, and I'm also hearing a message come through that you're a genius. And as a genius, usually genius individuals, and whatever craft that you do, like you're usually going to be misunderstood in the time period that you're born into. So you might feel like, in your lifetime right now, it feels like you don't really fit in or belong. You feel like you're born in like the wrong time period. It could be as well. But Spirit's saying it's just because you're a genius, okay? And usually the geniuses aren't really understood until a couple of decades later, right? For example, Frida Kahlo, like she didn't really become really famous until after she passed away. And so you kind of have that kind of spirit, and I know that can kind of be a little bit depressing, but right now we are going through the age of Aquarius, and as we're getting out of the shadow period of Aquarius, which is letting go of false identities and also like groupthink, right? You've been breaking away from groupthink, and you're finally like stepping into your power. And I don't say that lightly, okay? This is like true transformative energy where like the fire, you felt like the fire was going to kill you, but the truth is that you, my friend, are the continuum fire, okay? So we have coming through, we have foundations and achievements, okay? The number 4 here. Okay, so this is showing me that there is so much that you have to be grateful for right now. And I know it doesn't feel like it internally because you've been really in your mental. And usually people who are geniuses and who are very intuitive are stuck in their head a lot, okay? And so you have a lot of people who walk around and like they act like they know what they're doing and they flaunt confidence, but they're really not truly confident, okay, is what I'm hearing. And what I'm hearing coming through, especially coming through with the 8 number, it says trapped in fear. Like this is something that's been bothering you. It's just your mental. And right now, Spirit's calling you to break through the illusion and the shackles and chains of your mental, because what's happened with you is that you're completely transformed. We have transformation coming through, or the death card, okay? You could have Scorpio placements in your chart, okay? That is not an easy feat, especially. I'm hearing Pluto and Scorpio generation watching right now. You came here to literally break generational curses. And a lot of times you're going to go through time periods where you feel kind of isolated and misunderstood and alone. But through that time period of shedding your skin and shedding the chrysalis, the real you starts to emerge, where you're no longer playing an act, no longer playing a role. Coming back to the 12th house in Leo, right? For a long time, it feels like you were masking and trying to fit in certain areas and certain cliques, you know, to get ahead is what I'm hearing, or to like appease your family, it could be as well. But you came here to break away from what people think, okay? You're not here to live a regular schmegular life. You're a genius, and I don't know what it is that you're into, whether it's esoteric or spiritual stuff, or if you're an artist, or if you're like book smart, whatever it is. I'm also hearing writing a book, it could be as well. Like you have something inside of you that needs to be unearthed, it needs to be unleashed, okay? And the only thing that's standing in your way right now is you, and also the opinions of other people, it could be as well. We have the wisdom card, or the Hierophant, coming through here. So with transformation and wisdom, you've learned a lot of key moments and key wisdom is what I'm hearing through the eclipse season, okay? And so right now, as you go through this void period is what it kind of feels like, don't let the illusions of like the past or like what could be get in your way or make you not see yourself clearly, because you've already like sacrificed something that was harboring over you is what I'm hearing. And so as you sacrifice something, it's like there's that void energy, and you have to replace it with truth, okay? With your true identity and who you are. So who is your I am presence, okay? That's what I'm hearing. We also have the solar plexus chakra coming through, which is all about reclaiming that confidence. Like I said, I'm hearing like there were certain aspects of your ego that you shedded through the eclipse season, and now it's time to reclaim aspects from your past selves. It's like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater is what I just heard, okay? We also have intuition coming through, or it's like the high priestess energy. Okay, so yes, like I said, you're a genius. You're very much, I'm hearing you're a walking revelation is what I just heard. You have the energies and the capacity to be a prophet of this time period, okay? And a lot of times, like even in the Bible, there were like certain individuals who felt like they were not worthy to fulfill God's purpose, right? But usually God uses the least of these to fulfill certain missions, okay? So like I said, like your natural essence, it's like you're reclaiming this darker aspect of yourself, but it's not really dark. It's just society has tried to brainwash you into thinking that there's something wrong with you, right? And so this is a reclamation and a reclaiming of your shadow, okay? So during this time period, you're breaking through the illusions, letting go of the judgments of other people and what they think. It doesn't matter. Like the only thing that matters is you being in flow, right? And this, like I said, like there's this energy, I've talked about this earlier a few readings ago, you know, we have that North Node currently in Pisces, right? And so that's about going with the flow, letting go, letting flow. And it's not easy whenever things are like, it feels like I'm seeing someone on a ship and like certain things are being like swung off of the ship, right? And now it's just you and the vessel. And now it's like, now you have space to shine and be yourself. Okay, so now it's time for you to reclaim this cat-like energy. This, I mean, here, bro, you are a badass. This is what you are, okay? So don't deny it, okay? And I'm also hearing, don't play small for anybody, okay? A lot of times normal people, like they feel intimidated by your presence. They've always felt intimidated by this power that you exude. And so they would try to either put you in your place or tell you that you were wrong for dreaming bigger or like for thinking the things that you do. So you're saying there's nothing wrong with that. And Spirit's showing me here also coming through, we have the triumph and success, and it's kind of like the Ace of Swords energy. So you have had a revelation of this true gift and these powers that you have, and Spirit wants you to own this power, okay? It's time to step into that dark shadow energy and own it, seriously. Especially through this spooky season, okay? Halloween season is upon us. The veil is thinner. Back to the intuition energy. And so your intuition, you've been activated through the fire is what I'm hearing here, okay? All right, Spirit, talking about this energy. Ooh, hey. Literally, we have the Eight of Swords, which is just like the trapped in fear energy. And this is what I was talking about. You know, that's that energy of feeling like you're trapped, but it's all mental. And most genius individuals, I feel like this should be a revelation to you as I'm reading this right now. Most people who are very intuitive, psychic, or just geniuses in general are usually a lot in the mental, okay? Like me personally, I'm an INFJ. It goes between INFJ and INTJ when I do the personality test. But like you might be like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like more introverted or introspective, right? And it's time for the introverts to wake up and start singing like Canarians, okay, period. We have the Knight of Cups. That's so beautiful. Following your heart, listening to your intuition, right? The Knight of Cups is going to take a chance and trust that everything's going to be taken care of, right? And this is very psychic, intuitive energy that you're stepping into. It's like you're walking away from the mental entrapments is what I'm hearing here, okay? So remember this energy, Spirit. Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so what I'm hearing here with the Ten of Wands, this is giving me a message come through, especially it landing on the transformation or death energy. It's like you're saying goodbye to the old you. You're saying goodbye to the old identities, the old masks that have already been lifted off of you, right? There's no going back. That's what I just heard. There's no going back. You know, you're laying the burden down. And I will say this with this Hierophant energy as well. This is somebody who is meant to be a leader, meant to be a teacher. Okay, you are the one in this day and age to spread a message. Okay, what we got? Literally, Six of Pentacles coming through to spread a message. You have something inside of you, this wisdom. I'm hearing you have this ancient wisdom inside of you. And it's like you teach people by showing them that there is beauty in the shadows. That's what I'm hearing here. Like whenever you walk into places, you might notice like people just stare at you naturally is what I'm hearing. Because your energy is like this dark vortex, okay? Like people don't know why, but they feel drawn to it, right? And this is one of your superpowers, is the ability to draw people in, right? And as you draw them in, it's like you kind of capture them and you teach them things, okay? That's what you're meant to do. We have the Three of Cups in the reversal. Okay, so like I said, like in the past, like you were feeling like you were stuck and stagnant in situations and playing roles that really were not you, right? That's what I'm hearing. Just to fit into crowds that you don't belong in is what I'm hearing. And Spirit's calling you to break away. Do what you want to freaking do, okay? Period. Who wrote this energy, Spirit? Ooh, hey. Yeah, the Five of Wands coming through. Yeah, that's about competitive energy. I'm hearing they don't compete where they don't compare. Like whatever field of work that you're feeling called to go do, and there's just been this kind of stagnant energy where you're like, I don't know if I have what it takes. Like I said, snap out of it, dude. You better stop that, because look, what you have is special. You have something like some sort of signature about you that stands out from the rest is what I'm hearing here. While everybody else is a cookie cutter and they're trying to, you know, keep up with the Joneses, you're not meant to do that. You're meant to be creative and to like live the life that you want to live. I'm also hearing reinvention. Like this is a time period to reinvent yourself. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, let me get this clarifier with the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Also, like I said, breaking generational curses in the family, okay? Literally with the Devil card, okay, what's this? And the Nine of Cups. Wow, literally, okay, this is what's happening right now. So as you broke away from something, there's been an illusion. It could be from your family or some people or individuals, or like I'm hearing past mistakes, things that are elusive that you can't hold on to. They've been trying to get your attention and get you to backtrack is what I'm hearing here. Okay, so what's coming through here is that you're breaking allegiances is what's coming through with the Devil card and the Ten of Pentacles, okay? This is also Capricorn energy, Saturn energy, which also represents, you know, in order to get to the top of the mountain, you're going to have to put in that work. You're going to have to trust that everything's going to get taken care of. This is like walking out in faith kind of energy. And with the Nine of Cups, this is an energy of like feeling proud of yourself, okay? They say this is wish fulfillment, but this is also an energy of like all the cups of trophies, right? All of the accolades and all the things you've already accomplished through that eclipse season, okay? You overcame some sort of mental barrier is what I'm hearing here. And now I'm hearing the show must go on. Like you must continue this new fight. I feel like there's this new chapter that's opening up for you right now where like the real you is starting to emerge. The one who is not afraid of the shadows, who's not afraid to go there, who's not afraid to wear like, you know, the dark lipstick. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's giving. It's giving rebel energy, right? You're meant to be like, yeah, okay, you have the cog in the machine, but you're here to break away from that, right? That's what I'm hearing here. You're meant to be a glitch in the matrix is what you are, okay? And I'm hearing like your energy, you have like this taboo spirit where like your mind and your I'm hearing like your intuition goes to places that other people may not understand. But like in you being yourself, you show people that it's safe to be themselves, regardless of how it looks for other people, right? That's what I'm hearing here. So about this energy, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, right now you're in the process of walking away from anything that limits you. Okay, we have 8-8 energy coming through here. Okay, 8 represents karma. It also represents, look, this is like you breaking out of the karmic loop is what I'm hearing with that 8 of Cups here. Okay, tell me what this 8 of Cups, Spirit. You know, this is you forging your own path. That's what I'm hearing. You forging your own path. The Queen of Pentacles, bro. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This is an energy of high value, knowing your value. And I'm also hearing not settling in situations, right? Whether it's settling at a job, settling at it could be a relationship, or settling whatever it is, okay? Because Queen of Pentacles is all about that high value energy, okay? Tell me about this energy, Spirit. Because the illusion tried to make you think that you were something that you were not. Okay, that's what I'm hearing here. Make you feel like you weren't worthy of your dreams. Make you feel like you didn't have what it takes to step out in faith and actually be your freaking self. Right, that's what I'm hearing here. You have what it takes. The world, literally, look, a new chapter is open up for you. This is amazing. Okay, the world is saying that the past is dead and gone. Okay, we can't carry that old heavy baggage, that old heavy weight with us. If we want to open up to the goodness of the universe and what the universe really has in store for us, right? You're finally walking away from that tattered teddy bear and like you got this beautiful present that's opening up for you because you're finally waking up. The real you is emerging, okay? This darker force that's beautiful. It's like there's beauty in the darkness, kind of like a womb, right? You think about a child, a baby in a womb. It's created in darkness. That's how creation starts, through the void, through the 0 point, okay? And so trust the 0 point. It's not the end. The end is only the beginning. It's all about the perception, okay? Look, you were made of the things of fire. You were made of the things that were meant to destroy you. Like, you literally came out. You might look a little beaten and tattered, but that's okay. What's on the inside is actually blossoming right now. And as it emerges, I'm hearing it's going to start to, like, have this ripple effect and go outward. It's like from your heart space to the physical, okay? I'm also hearing, like, aging in reverse is what I just heard. Okay, doing the impossible. We have the Ace of Swords twice in this reading. Yes, I love it. You have broken the shackles, whatever it was with this devilish energy, whether it was addiction, coping mechanisms. I'm also hearing codependency, whatever it was. Like, you finally had clarity and revelation of this true power that you exude. Okay. And I'm hearing like you're like a big fish in a small pond, and now you're about to like jump into the ocean, right? It's like you're jumping in with the other big fish. That's literally what I'm hearing here. That's what you're meant to be. You're meant to be out in the wilderness. You're meant to be out there dancing with the wolves, right? That's what you came here to do, is to dance with the wolves, not to play the damn hokey pokey with a bunch of geese. You know what I'm saying? Literally, look, four of wands coming through. I love it. Four of Wands is all about the celebratory energy. It's like homecoming season. It could be a marriage, or it's like this just new, brand new, like honeymoon energy that you're stepping into, right? So now it's like you went through the death period, right? And it's like Scorpio energy. Like I said, I was feeling kind of Scorpionic energy. Back to that transformation card. Scorpio represents life, death, and rebirth. So Scorpionic people are usually going through this phase, like where they're always like reinventing. You might have Scorpio placements in your chart for some of y'all. But like the point is like there's life, death, and rebirth. You went through the rebirth phase, okay? And now you're out of the cocoon as the butterfly. And now you're stepping into life, okay? So whatever has like pained you in the past, whatever tried to hold you back, can't hold you back anymore. They can't hold you back anymore. Perceptions can't hold you back anymore. The media can't hold you back anymore. Whatever it is that you were consuming or that was trying to take over your mental, it can't hold you back, period. Yes, the Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities are opening up because you finally had the courage to walk away from what didn't serve you. And now you're stepping into your Dark Queen Force power, period. I love it. Or King. Yes, we have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So definitely about like a new creative pursuit it could be as well. It's like this new you has emerged, and now you have all these new ideas. And Spirit's saying, go ahead, go for it. This is a time period to just go for it. Do the taboo thing. Do the unthinkable, right? Because when you do this and you step out in faith, the universe is going to catch you, because the universe loves courage. Bottom of the deck, oh, I love it. We have the Page of Cups coming through. Pisces energy, this is the dreamer. This is somebody who sees potential in something small, right? It might seem like it's small right now, but boo, what you just overcame and what you sacrificed to get here is literally leading to big purpose, big vision, big moolah, big opportunities, okay? So don't let your mind get the best of you. Like I said, you're a genius. You need to trust that ish, okay? You know, there were certain individuals who couldn't come with you on this next chapter. And I know that it was kind of difficult to have to walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like having to walk away or have acceptance about certain things or certain jobs or situations. You know, sometimes we try to force things that don't fit. It's like the shoe wasn't fitting is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so it's like you outgrew those shoes, right? And now it's time for you to put on your big old black combat boots. This is what I just heard. Yes, I love it. Like you're stepping into like soldier season. Like you're a spiritual soldier is what you are. And you came here with a very tough task, which is to combat the darkness with your light, okay? And emerge out of the darkness and show the world that anything can happen. Anything is possible, okay? We have the Flower Child coming through. It says momentum, creativity, and action. I hope that above everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. bro, this whole reading. Like, you're finally realizing, like, what you went through. It might have been a silent battle that not a lot of people heard or saw or whatever. You might have kept it to yourself. But, like, you know what you overcame. And you overcame some heavy shadow-ish. And now, look, it says flower child. You are in this blossoming season. You are a flower child, okay? And now it's time for you to take a look in the mirror, right? And do things to make yourself feel beautiful again. Do things to make yourself see the beauty in life again, okay? Yeah, look, we have the growing pains. And exactly. We have a lot of this energy about growth. And as you're growing, it is painful. You know, transformation is not glamorous. And I always say this, like the spiritual community tries to make it seem like, oh, it's all love and light. And oh, I've transformed. I've grown up. Bro, do you know how tough it is to actually sacrifice things that you're codependent to and so you can live a better life for yourself? Like, there are things that you're breaking away from. You're a strong ass person, dude. So the growing pains card, it says healing, patience, and unconscious. It's a process. So Spirit's saying it's a process, and what you're going through, view it as just growing pains. You're actually expanding upward and outward as that beautiful rose that grew from the concrete. That's what you are, okay? I'm here. It's time to wear that bold lipstick. That's what I'm hearing. That's metaphor, okay, for my fellas. This is your rock and roll season. That's what I just heard. This is your rock and roll season, okay? And we have the mirror. What did I say? Did I say like hold a mirror up to yourself? It says self-reflection, writer, and big picture. What did I say? Something about writing. Definitely you have something inside of you that needs to be let out. Whether it's like creatively or something like that, okay? Or if you have been thinking about writing, you need to start doing that, boo. And it says, hold on, I'm blind. It says, did you forget all of the things you had to go through to be you? Literally, did you forget all the freaking ish that you had to go through to be your badass self? Okay, because that's what you are. And it's time for you to really like look at yourself clearly. Okay, the pain is temporary. We are eternal. All this pain is an illusion. Okay, that's the tool quote. Another song I was hearing come through as well was the song Privilege by Incubus. And in that song, he's saying, the day you were born free. That's your privilege, right? Sometimes a gift can feel like a chore, but you have to realize that it's a privilege to have these gifts, and it's time for you to do something about it, okay? We have harmony, ease, inner child, and softness. May soft and sweet things find you. Okay, so this is what you're stepping into. You're walking away from pains, okay? Okay, like I said, rebirth to life, okay? You're going through the life season now. The death is over with, okay? The old is dead and gone, and now what you're stepping into is a time period of harmony because you fought through the battles to get there. Sometimes you have to fight through hell to get to heaven, okay? It's just like how Carl Jung said, you know, a tree's branches can only reach so high as deep as its roots go into hell, okay? So that's what happened. Your roots went down to the dark depth shadows, right, of itself. And now you're in this process of expanding outwardly, and it's uncomfortable, and it's like you're seeing the light for the first time, right? It's like a baby seeing the light for the first time. It hurts its eyes, right? And you have to understand that's just the process of this becoming, okay? And I'm telling you, boo, as you emerge as this beautiful grand butterfly, like you have so many individuals right now just in shock. They're like, what changed about you? That's what I'm hearing. People sense this change about you. There's something more about your energy that's more stoic and like more reserved. It could be as well. But like, it's just because you've been through so much and you've been more introspective about things. And now is the time period for you to emerge as this beautiful butterfly, this beautiful rose that you are. Okay, period. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Seeker. It says, all-seeing eye, spirit, and release. Could you surrender just a bit more? So this has been a time period of surrendering that old reality. Just know the reason why it might seem like some things are chaotic mentally is just that's the old programming that's being dismantled right now. And now you're like putting in new programming. It's like a computer. It's a new, completely new software, right? And it gets a little bit of taken used to, but like, by golly, you got what it takes, dude, okay? So let's go ahead and get you some final advice, okay? All right, since it is spooky season, we got to use the Halloween Oracle deck for some final advice, okay? So Spirit, what final advice do you have for the black cat watching today who's no longer going to be second guessing their intuitive gifts and their powers and is no longer going to keep themselves shrunk to fit in anywhere that they don't belong? You don't belong there, you know? That's what I'm hearing. The Skull of Light illumination, literally, look. Illumination. It's time to shine your light. Things have been illuminated for you now is what Spirit's saying. The path is lit. You know where to go. There's no going back. I'm hearing that the bridges have been dismantled. I'm seeing like somebody who is like running up a cliff and like the rocks are like falling behind you, right? It's done with. You know, it's like you have this awareness now, okay, of who you are and what you're meant for. The skull of darkness, blind spots coming through. This is that mental energy that I was feeling here, okay? Because that's polar opposite energy. And as you see, look, there's this candle that's lit, okay? So it's about like, it's a muscle to focus on what's important. It's a muscle to stay optimistic and look at the beauty in your life, okay? That's what I'm hearing here, okay? It's not easy. And we have the dawn, the light after the darkness. Yes, I love this. So now you're fully aware now. I'm hearing that now is the time to shine. This is the time period, like the owl that rises above, right? To see the higher perspectives, okay? And so it says the light after the darkness. You're no longer captive, okay, to that dark force energy. It's a mental illusion. Don't listen to it. The devil is a liar, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the werewolf. Love this, dude. Yes, I love it. The werewolf, exploring wildness. I love this so much for you because it's literally this whole reading. You embodying that shadow and owning it like the werewolf. The werewolf is the integration of that shadow aspect of yourself, okay? Who is not going to play small or keep quiet in situations where you know you need to speak up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like learning how to trust your voice and trusting in your message, trusting everything about you that makes you you, regardless of what people think, right? Because the werewolf, whenever it's suppressed, it gets shoved down, right? And it's like cookie cutter energy. You're breaking out of that ish, okay? So it's time to own your werewolf magic is what I'm hearing this season, okay? And it could be a confirmation of somebody who's been thinking about being a werewolf for Halloween, okay? All right, you guys, that's the reading I have for you. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, be a part of the Dark Horse gang. And if you want to add me on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have that information down in the description because I'm just building more community outside of here, okay? All right, I love you so much, and I see you so much love. You got this, boo. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.